Alright, so in honor of the upcoming Halloween movie, Halloween Kills, I decided I'm gonna just jump on this bandwagon and review all the Halloween films leading up to this one, and then have a final video ranking them from worst to the best. So here we go with Halloween, the original from 1978. What I really like about the original Halloween is that it's really mostly enjoyable when you're watching it in October. If you watch it any other time of the year, it feels kind of weird. It's still enjoyable, but it's like when you watch it in Halloween season, it's a whole different vibe. The energy is different. It just feels a lot more thrilling, a lot more creepy. But anyway, setting my personal taste aside, what I really like is that it's very simple. It's the simplicity in this film is what makes this film great, because you could tell it's low budget. You could tell that we're not working with fancy equipment here. The movie doesn't show a lot of fancy kills or a lot of bloody scenes, any CGI whatsoever. The kills are simple. It's not like they're trying to get creative with it like how they are now. It really puts you in the setting of this one night where all these murders are about to happen and these people have no idea what's coming to them. And that's where the suspense starts building up, because you know that people are just about to get whacked. They're about to get murdered in the worst possible way ever. And the characters have no idea, but the audience, us as a viewers, we do. And that's where the suspense builds up, because we see Michael throughout the movie. About the first 2/3 of the movie, he's popping in and out, showing people, not really showing his face, and only appearing to Laurie every now and then. And that's where the suspense is building up, because you know stuff is about to happen, but he's kind of just teasing them for the beginning. And while all the suspense is building up, we really get to see who the character of Laurie is. It's some girl who doesn't really, she doesn't try to fit in with the crowd. And she has her friends, but you could tell she's not like a smoker like they are. She's not like the party goer. She just keeps to herself. And then we also see Dr. Loomis. Dr. Loomis is his doctor. He's the guy who watched him grow up since he did the murder in the beginning of the film, and he's the one that really just explains how evil he is. He just has no faith in Michael anymore whatsoever, and he really emphasizes that. He's like, yeah, this dude's crazy. There's no good in him. Just forget about him. Also, the camera movies in this movie work really great. I like how they put you in the perspective of Michael. They have these POV shots where it's either Michael walking, or like that first kill in the opening scene where you see through Michael's eyes, young Michael's eyes. He's like about 9 years old or something, and he's getting ready to kill his sister. Also, those shots where Michael's in the car, he's driving around, he's stalking people, and you could tell the camera guy is in the back and he's just filming Michael, and he just turns to the side and you get to see through the car's window. It really puts you in the perspective as if you were a passenger with Michael in the back stalking people. And also, the soundtrack is the same soundtrack throughout the whole movie. There's nothing different. It's the same exact soundtrack throughout the whole entire thing, but yet it works. There's no need for any fancy soundtrack, opera, or any other creative music. It's just one soundtrack and that's it, and it works. As I mentioned earlier, Pleasance, who plays Dr. Loomis, he's probably the best character out of this whole movie, because this movie has a lot of flaws. I mean, it's a classic, but it has a lot of flaws, and the first one being is the acting. Is a lot of cheesy acting, and right off the bat you see that from that opening kill when Michael's ready to kill his sister, and the sister's like, Michael, what are you doing? And then he starts stabbing her, and all you see is arm moving. It feels like it's Chucky doing the killing, and then you just see her through his eyes, and she's just like, oh, no, Michael, stop. And then all of a sudden we see her on the floor, and it's like, that's the type of acting that we get a lot throughout the movie. Also, there's a lot of annoying screams, and a lot of the crying could be really annoying at some point, where they just finished getting attacked by Michael, and then there's a few scenes where Jamie Lee Curtis is just like crying and just moaning, and it just sounds weird. Like she's just moaning for no reason instead of running out the back door. Also, when people are getting killed, if you just turn away and you just listen to the audio, it sounds very sexual. I mean, because how can it not? You just hear girls moaning and Michael's breathing like. Also, there's just one moment where it's like, okay, I could see why they did that. You did it on purpose, and that's when Dr. Loomis stops at a payphone to talk to someone, and then he sees another truck that's been opened, and he doesn't notice the guy's been murdered, but you see that Michael left his clothes from the hospital, and it's like, out of all the places, out of all the payphones you could have stopped there, coincidentally, he stopped at the one where he finds Michael's clothes. Like, really? And that's what makes Halloween great, because it's a classic, but it has its flaws, and it could be really cheesy. And I don't know if that's the fact because acting was cheesy in the 70s or something, but it's really still enjoyable. I still enjoy it to this day. I enjoyed it this recently, a couple weeks ago, when I rewatched it in order to do this review, in order for the build up to do all these reviews for Halloween Kills. So in the end, I will say that Halloween, the original, still remains, and it is classic worthy. I want to thank everybody for watching. I will have Halloween 2 movie review up pretty soon. If you like this video, then smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.